Christ consciousness and Archangel Metatron side by side. Let's see what they have to say. All right, so I just received my Christ consciousness deck, and I must say, I'm blown away. It's amazing. As a Christian that has done quite a bit of study and systematic theologies and trying to understand how other belief systems relate to universal truth and what it is that we are called to be in relationship with the highest God, Father, divine source, cosmos, whatever it is that you're calling, that creator part of yourself, that relationship that you are part of and you trust and know as part of your spiritual truth that is within you, that inner kingdom, the inner guidance, the intuitive side of you, the stuff that you can't just always put your fingers on. It's the mysteries of the cosmos and how it is that miracles happen and synchronicities occur, all of that. Today, I wanted to add the Christ consciousness cards with the Archangel Metatron self-mastery oracle deck as well, and I've been using this one for years and it's a great deck. I'm really loving it. It is also very much the same kind of style as the Christ consciousness. This it has beautiful artwork, the book, and the cards. I think we'll first start with Archangel Metatron. I'd like to understand a little bit more about how Metatron views humanity as a whole right now in this relationship that we have with the archangels and the Bible, the belief systems, humanity as a whole, and all things in the Christ consciousness. How do you describe yourself? Priorities, building blocks for life. I see this rainbow, like rainbow bridge. A lot of times it's spoken that he is the rainbow bridge. So I love that that's the case. So what kind of readings do you excel at? Review and reflection when the timeout is needed. So I would say very much when you're willing to really go deep within yourself into a self-reflective meditative state where you really want to know the answers deeply within so you know them for your own self. That's the kind of readings that Metatron loves and excels at most. And what is Metatron here to teach us? The silver warrior of light. Oh my goodness. He's here to teach us how to stand tall in our sovereign power, the divine power of who we are and what we know as truth. How can we best connect with you? Passion, love for life. All great cards already. Are there any types of readings that you kind of don't really prefer? The letting go or time for release. Sometimes we hold on for too long, and all it is just letting the seasons change on our lives. And if we're holding too tightly, I can see where that would be very difficult, because number 4 is grounding. So we haven't really fully embraced that we go through seasons in this life, and sometimes we suffer more than we should. We think we're losing something when actually we're just going into a new season where we get to rest and reflect. Remember, rest and reflect and review. So any time that we think we've lost something profound, if we can actually go here, that he'll help us with that. What is your strength? Endings and letting you know you are held. Being able to take the big leap when something ends. This dock would send you off into the great unknown, and Knowing that you're held is the strength of Metatron. What do you need from us? Conquering fear. Start today. Just go courageous. Oh, wow. Look at this. Look at this. Number 3 is, what are you here to teach me? How to conquer that fear. Oh, I love this. This is really great. So, what is the potential outcome of our relationship? Boundaries. Setting them daily. Okay. That is great. And I'm going to take a look at the bottom card. And it is inner healing. Hear and know me. So that knowing that you are surrounded by angels, enveloped and supported, just like Jesus was. Jesus had angels. It talks about it in the Bible. So he had his angels as well. But I'm really loving the way this lays out. So those endings, the ending of a season, the feeling that we've lost something precious or something that we've been counting on just being everyday events like growing seasons and such. There is a time when we have an ending to the certain seasons, and it is time to go into the unknown for further growth. There's more growth coming. Every season ends, every season begins again, and we keep that cycle going. It's a very much a universal way that the cosmos continues to evolve and grow. So we get bigger and better every year, and that is, and refreshed every year. So I see that in the priorities of how he really looks at the triune, it could be Father, Son, Holy Ghost, the body, mind, spirit, the foundation of going higher, the chakra systems, Maslow's hierarchy of needs, being very safe and secure, then lets you be a little more courageous and a little more joyful and a little more, or you can go out in the world and do more nurturing and care for others and gain more insights and really be able to feel more empowered and purposeful and to really connect with the highest, most divine God, good within you. What a great reading. What a really great reading. Wow. Okay. So, and as we were talking about the inner child here, so we have many of us feel so alone in the world, right? Well, let's see what happens when we get the Christ consciousness deck, that Son of God energy, the creative energy that Metatron supports and supports us. Christ consciousness deck, this is a good one. Look, is calling us to enjoy the abundance. Just enjoy our lives fully. So even if you're feeling fearful, you're being asked to find your courage. You are also allowed to set your boundaries, and Metatron will help you. The Christ consciousness deck will also likewise help with that. Just know that there's the power of love is everything that really runs the world. So we have that. I'm just going to set that here for right now. Is there anything else you want to say and add? Gratitude. We had that in the interview. We're so grateful. So the abundance to enjoy our life fully is here for us. Like the sparrows and the flowers in the field, they're all dressed and adorned beautifully, fed and well cared for. So we also can trust that, and I truly believe we're being thanked for being in this reading and allowing the Christ consciousness and the Metatron energies and voices and the insights and wisdom to come through. Let's see, is there anything on the bottom? All right, at the bottom of the deck of the Christ consciousness deck is the Knight's Vigil, and it is prepare and get ready. So there's, as you know, we've got quite a bit of enlightenment coming in the world. So setting our boundaries so that we are going through the aligned with the right key that unlocks doors through the heart of love. There we go. We need to be courageous. We also need to realize that we need time to reflect at the ends of seasons and at those times when we feel like it's all unknown. And I think the unknown is right here. Just be prepared and get ready. Allow your heart to awaken. Allow love to come in. Allow courage to spring up. Allow abundance. When you see abundance in your life, be grateful. Don't say, well, I didn't get this or that. Be grateful for what you have. It really brings great miracle and magic, because when we're grateful, it opens the door and the pathway to even more abundance and goodness in our lives. And to not be afraid, because angel wings are always supporting and surrounding us. What did you think of this reading? I'd love to know. Did it speak something to your heart as well, in the truth that is coming through in this time and era of this life that we're living all together? We're all in this together. We're all in unity. I know there are things going on, but the more of us who stand in the light and do our best to set the boundaries. I love this boundary card, because it says you don't have to be open to everybody's everything. Stay on the path. Know what your keys to the kingdom are. Follow the path and go toward enlightenment. Go to the light. Go where? Trust and allow. And yeah, this one's a good one too. This is the wings. I see that, but it almost kind of still also has kind of that feel of this card where there might be some endings, but where you're heading is more and more to the spiritual. So this could almost look like a road that, it gives the illusion that it's going narrower and narrower the further in the distance it goes. The same thing when you're going to the light up in the sky. Something big will look smaller and smaller, but it doesn't change the shape or size. It's just that it appears to our eyes to be smaller, but it's every bit as important, no matter where it's at along the path, along the heights you go. You are valued. You are loved. Jesus view and the Archangel Metatron view. What did you think? I'd love to hear your thoughts, your comments and suggestions for next readings that you would like to have, and we will do more of those as time goes on. But what I love about Oracle decks, you can actually feel from the imagery and the words and the placement of how they tell the story. It's like we have all the words, but how those words get put into sentences is what gives us meaning, gives us so much insight into the intent, the direction of how our thoughts are going, seeing what might need to be, shifted, changed, or encouraged even more. So I thank you for your time. If you found this at all helpful, I would just really appreciate your giving us more insights and following. Just check out the other videos, as well as there's more in my channel, the playlist. Reach out to me with any questions and follow me on social media as well. And I wish you a blessed day. Thank you so much.